Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to another live stream. And happy Friday. Happy Snack Chat Friday. Let's see who's in the house. Hold on. What's happening here? Ay, ay, ay. This is not scrolling. That's great. What the heck? First of all, let me know if you guys can see and hear me because I'm on this mic. But I see Reverend RV is in the house. You voted to hoax. Grant says, hello, Snack Pack. Grant is our one and only moderator. And also, if you guys see a little circle with a star, those are our Munch Bunch members, our super snackers. If you want to become a member, you can hit the little dollar sign under the chat. If not, that's okay too. I usually just post stuff there early or exclusive stuff. And, it's just a fun way to support the Travel Snacks channel. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Rebecca. YouTube stopped giving notifications. I've heard that from other people too. And also, that's happening on other YouTube channels. So I'm sorry about that. I don't have any control over that, but I hope that they get it together. But I'm glad you're here. Hey, Better Flight. Yeah, it's probably a hoax or a distraction of some kind. Better Flight. Also, hello, chat. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Tammy's in the house. Tammy's another one of our Munch Bunch members. Welcome, welcome. What does that corner emoji do? So I think it's with Android and iPhones that if you hit the little emoji, the little heart emoji, you can put other emojis and you just tap it and it just kind of lets me know that you guys are enjoying the stream. And it's kind of cool to see the little hearts floating up. So I appreciate all the love. And I think it lets YouTube know when you appreciate, certain things as I'm talking. Hey, Cindy and the kid. And yes, congratulations to the Las Vegas Golden Knights on the Stanley Cup. That's another thing I was going to mention today, since we're talking about Las Vegas things today. Yes, it's a big deal. So congratulations to the Knights. And that's pretty exciting. Everybody here in Vegas has been just like so excited. And I went to a little pool party that they were watching the Knights game and stuff, and it was fun. So, yes, congratulations. Hey, Amy, coming through loud and clear. Okay, thanks. Hey, Liz, snack time. I was gonna say no. That's been happening for years now, unfortunately. Yes. R. Richardson, thank you. Okay, so you got the notification. Northern Michigan, welcome, welcome. Idaho Spud Girl. Hey, D. Oh, Idaho Spud Girl coming in strong right off with the super chat. That's cute. KO. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah. If you guys would like to support the channel, feel free to, do the super stickers or super chats. And let me just get this popping real quick. Let's do this one. Wait. No, I don't want ads. Thank you so much, Idaho Spud Girl. All the donations are really appreciated. Thank you so, so much. Hey, Princess. The Princess. Hey, Joanna's in the house. Welcome, everybody. Oh, Liz coming through with another super chat. Whoa, and all those hearts popping through. Thank you so much. Ooh, thank you so, so much. I appreciate you guys coming through strong right off the bat. Hey, Miss Boo Boo's Healing Homestead from South Carolina. Love South Carolina. Hey, Sania, how are you? How's it going? So, hey, Tracy from Canada. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love all the hearts. I love the little emojis. Thank you guys so, so much. And the little cute emojis popping through, little smiley faces. Cute. I love those. Las Vegas is always popping, but it's been especially popping lately. There's been some weird things that's been happening, and I want to talk about it today. And then we're gonna play some games because we used to play a lot more games here on the live streams, and we kind of got away from it because we were switching the different times. Um, Only Grant would notice that my shelves are gone because he cares so much. So we're doing a little reorganizing here in my room. So I had some shelves over here. They were like the cubby shelves, um, and that's great. But I wanted to kind of get just like a traditional like dresser, like a chest of drawers. Um, but I haven't gotten one yet, and Ivana wants to use the shelves for the laundry room and, like, kind of organize it and stuff, so I was like, "You could just take it now." We just literally took it out right before the live stream because, I'm leaving on next Saturday for New York, so I was like, "I'm not really gonna worry about, like, reorganizing my room before I leave." Also, that little black nightstand, I think it's too narrow for, like, my Bible and my tissues and all that stuff, so I'm gonna be, getting a, like, a wider, uh, nightstand, whatever you call it, side table. So these are things that I wanna work on when I get back because I don't know that I'll have time this week because I have a lot to do. Also, I can't really show you, but, Ivana did a masterpiece on my desk here, and I'm trying to figure out how I can do, like, a L-shaped desk, but I'll show you guys that maybe in a like, upcoming video so that you can see what it turned out. I bought it as a white desk, and now it's an all black desk with, like, see that painting right there with the drips? She made an epoxy drip, which is looks super cool. So it's pretty nice. So I love it. I don't love this desk, but I love the art design. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. So it's kind of cool having, my own space and my own room, but I want to just kind of make it more functional. So thanks for noticing. um, Grant with a smiley face. Nice paintings in the background. Yeah, Ivana, my roommate and friend, did all those paintings, all of them. So I think they're beautiful. Good. We'll be there at 5 the end of July. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I won't okay. Let me know when you're gonna be here because I'm gonna be gone till the 24th of July. Hey Carla, I just stumbled upon this channel. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Glad to have you. This is acting weird. The chat is acting weird today. All right. So basically, I'm just going to recap what's been happening for those that don't know. There's a couple things besides this UFO thing. There's another thing that happened last night that I want to share with you as well. Um, so first things first. So this story actually happened back in April 30th. And first of all, before we get into the story, if you believe in UFOs and aliens, put a thumbs up, and if you don't, put a thumbs down. I'd like to see where we're gauging here in the Travel Snacks live stream of who believes, who doesn't, and if you're not sure, just put like a confused emoji. Maybe you don't know one way or the other. Okay, you're going to be here on the 24th. I get back on the 24th, so might be perfect timing. Um, Yep, I'm out of the loop here. Okay. Oh, we got lots of up thumbs. And the kid is like, I don't know. JD and D are with the down thumbs, and Reverend RV is with the down. Hey, Sarah, are we shifting timelines? The chat is off. Oh, maybe refresh your screen. Maybe it'll catch up. D says, I believe they're demonic. Hey, Kayla, how are you? I know. So good to see your name. Glad you're here. I got a little fuzzy. I think it's from my water bottle. Believe they exist, but don't come here. Oh, Carla says, I believe in God. Betterfly, I believe in UFOs and aliens, but I don't think we will see one in the open like that. These are good comments. All right. So basically, for me, I believe that if there are aliens, I also agree that with D that they would be demons because and this is just my own personal opinion, obviously, but there's no real like specific, as far as I know, there's no mention of like aliens in the Bible. And I mean, I try to base my life on biblical values and biblical just whatever's in the Bible. So I don't specifically think there's like, but there are demons in the world. There are spiritual forces. So if there are aliens, I don't think they'd be like happy ET aliens. I think they'd be not great, not good. So I'm not trying to be like, you know, hanging out with aliens if there were aliens. But also there's no real mention of that in the Bible. Like obviously there's not going to be mention of like spaceships in the Bible either because there weren't even like airplanes in ancient Bible times. So that's kind of where I stand. I don't know, of course I don't know for sure. Nobody knows for sure, but I can just tell you from just from like reality's sake, from my mind, I don't think they exist. And if they do, I don't think that they're good entities. But, you know, I'm also open to be wrong, so I don't know everything. Um, Kayla says, I have not been getting notifications. I've heard that too. There's a few that haven't been getting notifications. That Las Vegas story made it all the way up here to Canada. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Hey, Rynette. And Rynette says no. Dirty South Paranormal. Hey, Travel Sucks. If you ever in Dallas, Fort Worth area, holler at us. We'd love to do a paranormal investigation with you if you're interested. Oh my goodness. I don't get down with the paranormals. I don't get down with that. And Giselle, yep, demonic. I don't want to see aliens. Carla says, aliens shun us. I don't know what the rest of that message. Sally says, yes. Dee says, I also believe that when people are taken up in the rapture of the Christians, that people will say aliens took us. Sorry, voice texting. Yeah, I've heard that too. That people will dismiss the rapture as an alien invasion. I've heard that. I'm good, Kayla. I hope you're doing good too. The prince of the air is Satan, my opinion. Yes. The princess says, according to the Bible, fallen angels would by definition is considered aliens. Yeah, that makes sense. Better flight. If there were aliens, would aliens think we are demonic? Oh, that's a good one. Um, is it possible that the message cut off? It's a good. It's these are definitely interesting thoughts. So let me just recap the story for those that don't know. So basically, on April 30th, so this was a couple months ago. This story just kind of started going viral in early June, but this actually happened on April 30th. And what happened is and I'm just paraphrasing, like I'm just getting like from what I remember reading in the news and seeing on other videos and stuff like that. So so if I'm wrong by different small facts or whatever, don't hold me to it, but I'm just recapping the story as I recall. On April 30th, there was police officers just in the area, just patrol, just doing their job, and they caught a flash in the air on their cop cam, whatever you call it, I don't know, body cam. Um, then a few minutes later, there was a call to 911 separate from that cop seeing that flash. There was a call um, to 911 from a 16-year-old boy named Angel, but he wasn't by himself like prankstering. He was with his little brother and his dad um, here in Las Vegas. And so they called, and the 16-year-old called. His name is Angel. And first of all, on a side note, I don't know if this is a hoax or not, but I don't really think it is. I don't really know, but if like people are dragging this kid, the 16-year-old kid, and they're like basically telling him he's a liar and all these things, which is sad because he's 16, and if it's not a hoax, then he's really getting dragged through the mud. So I don't think that's really cool. But anyways, he calls 911, and you can go on, on the news and stuff and listen to the 911 call. But basically, he was saying, there was a huge crash in our backyard, and we're looking out the window, and basically we see non-human looking beings. And let me look at my notes. That are like 8 feet tall with big eyes. He said big eyes a few times, and he's like, they're 8 feet tall, maybe taller. And he said, "This is not a joke. I'm not making this up. There's people in our backyard." It's so uh, the cops go to the family's home, and they go in the backyard to check out the area, check out the backyard. Um, and before I keep going, make sure that you throw a like on this live stream, please. So the cops get there, they flash around, they look, and they're interviewing the 16-year-old and the rest of the family who saw, like, it wasn't just him, like the family saw, they were looking out the window. They said they saw these beings. And funnily enough, and this is where I'm not sure 100%, but I watched another video that was saying that 16-minute interaction with the police has been redacted now. So you can't, like, you see them coming to the property, but the audio and the video of them interviewing this kid is blank, is not there. And then I guess it, like, picks back up after they're leaving the property. I don't know exactly. So people are saying that's suspicious. Like, why would the police, like, not show that if they don't like they usually do that if they don't want people to see something, like, if there's, like, a massacre or, like, a suicide, by cop situation, or not suicide by cop, but, like, whatever. If somebody gets shot, like, they're able to, like, blur the video out, but usually you would still have audio. But in this case, the video and the audio was, like, blank and blurry and no audio. So, people are speculating that they heard something that made them feel suspicious enough to not want the public to know about it. So, um, so let's see. So, the cops take a report, blah, 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 all these things. Then I don't know in the timeline what this happened, but like, I guess NASA got involved, and they looked at the footage of, I think, the cop cam, and some other neighbors in Las Vegas in that area also had some videos. And so I guess NASA was like, "That's a small meteor." They are claiming that that's a small meteor. So they were like, the flash in the sky, they were like, "It's not a UFO." But the thing that made this a little bit more weird is it wasn't just a flash, because the family was saying they saw those beings, and then in the daylight overhead in their backyard, which is like a huge dirt lot. So I don't know where they live in Vegas that they have such a big, like, big backyard lot. It's like almost just like dirt or soil. There was round rings, and it almost kind of looks like the shape of a big eye, like, not like at the ends like this, but just kind of round, but a little bit tiny bit oval, just from my viewing, from what I could see. But there were some internet sleuths. You all know these people that go on and they, like, look at every detail. And some of the people on the internet went to Google Earth like a year ago, years back, or a year ago, and found that those circles were already there like a year ago. So they're claiming that that part, even though there's circles, that could be, you can make circles in dirt by driving in a circle, like if you had a trailer, or, you know, whatever. Like, there's ways that you could do that. You could even do that with a rake. So I guess, so combined with the little circle thing, like, it's a big circle, and them reporting that they were non-human beings, they're supposedly taking this story a little more seriously. Now, because of that, then this started, I guess the police came back another 1 or 2 times to the house to, like, ask more questions, which again, like, in my mind is like, if they just thought it was a hoax, or they're just like, this kid is being just, like, pranking us, or, this is just fake news or whatever, I don't think that they'd keep going back. So I think they went back 1 or 2 more times. But here's the thing. Metro, Las Vegas Metro Police Department, they have a home and security division. They actually set up a camera on their roof facing to the backyard. And they had that up for, it looks like, 5 days. So that was between May 19th and I think May 24th. So why would they do that? And they're saying that they did that as a protection, because just because they might think that people, like, somebody's intruding in their backyard. Like, they're trying to kind of maybe see if somebody was pranking that homeowner. Like, maybe they did see what they thought was non-human beings, but maybe, like, just some random people, strangers or neighbors or people that don't like them, or I don't know, whatever. Maybe they were just pranking and, like, went in their backyard. So Metro Police installed a camera on their roof facing down towards the backyard, and they only had it up for 5 days. But that was before this story, like, broke on, like, the news, like, viral. So there's questions on the internet of, like, if nobody really knew about this story until June 7th, what were they worried about intruders? Unless they were just thinking, like I said, people were pranking. But the what the Metro Police is saying is like, we just didn't want anyone to try to further hoax this family. But if nobody really knew until the 7th, then why would they put the cameras? So that's what people are like, there's something a little further going on. So that's basically the story. And, it is interesting because you just like, you don't know. There's people are, one of the phrases, this is just a side note, one of the phrases that really chaps my hide, I really, really dislike is when people say, you can't make this up. You know, I don't say the word S, but you can't make this up. You can't make this up. But I'm thinking like, you can make so many things up. Like, have you seen actors? Have you seen screenwriters? Have you seen creative minds, creative people? Like when people are like, "Oh, you can't make this up." You can make all kinds of things up. People have really strong imaginations. So I don't like that phrase because it really kind of makes it as if nothing weird could happen. It's like, yeah, lots of weird things could happen and you can make that up. So I just don't know obviously if this story is true or not, like in terms of like I kind of in my just smallest thoughts, I really think that maybe the family did hear something and did look out and they probably saw something that looked weird. But I don't know why that like to me, I feel like if there was a true demon, alien, whatever you wanna call it, invasion or something, like, did they lose control of their ship? That seems like something off of a TV show. Like, why would they crash in somebody's backyard? And then by the time the cops got there, like, what, 30 minutes later or whatever minutes later, everything's just disappeared, gone? Like, where did if something crashed, where'd everything go? Do they have, like, an invisibility cloak on the UFO? And also, like, if it crashed, to me, there would be a big gash in the dirt. There wouldn't be circles, Like, to me, the story doesn't add up. So that's why I'm leaning towards either they just you remember when you're kids and you're laying in bed and there's, like, a shadow on the wall of, like, a lamp, and you're like, "There's a scary clown in my room," or, "Some my dolls have come alive." Things can look really big. A shadow can look big, So I just, you know, in the nighttime, things can look more ominous than it is, and you just don't even know. There could have been some people back there trying to steal something or trying to just play around or whatever. But to say it was like aliens, also shadows can cast a longer like visual, So if somebody is like 6 feet tall, it could appear that somebody's 8 foot tall. But that family is saying no, like we saw like physical beings, like we saw their person with big eyes. So that could be shadows. So to me, I just don't know. And if people are saying that those circles have been there from like a year ago, that's also kind of debunks that little piece of it. But people are continuing to go down this rabbit hole here in Vegas. Like people are making videos still about it and people are like investigating and trying to figure out, even more like what's happening. And people are saying that they're seeing flashes of lights and, so of course Vegas has always kind of been one of those places that people are kind of consistently saying, especially because like we're kind of near to like Area 51. And so I think people have, you know, associated Vegas with if there's going to be some kind of alien situation, it's probably going to be here. So I think they make these stories more than they are. And, as somebody said here, I totally believe that the news, the media does things for distractions. So if there's other bigger things in the news happening, this is a great way to get people to not talk about the more important things. Drink your water, stay hydrated. I don't know what that is, but, you know, it's good to, like, to when you hear stories like this, like, to also kinda look and see what else is happening in the news in your area, because maybe there's some things that is, like, they don't want you to talk about. Let me read some of these comments, and I'm gonna tell you something that happened last night that's not about UFOs, but something that's actually more scary. Um, Kayla, you're 20. You're growing up right before our eyes. Goodness gracious. Idaho Spud Girl. Yeah, I think aliens, ghosts, all that paranormal stuff is not from God. Yeah. Better Flight. This is like X-File stuff. Yeah, like they're doing the investigations and stuff. Lynette with an R, not right. Oh, Renette. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Jackie had an alien experience when she was a teen and it was pretty crazy stuff. I'm going to have to hear that story for sure. Hey, Deb G's in the house. The princess, Jude 1:6. And the angels which kept not their first estate but left their own habitation. Did I miss the rest of that? Reverend Harvey, 80% of the galaxy is made of red dwarf stars. This means 80% of the galaxy cannot produce life through abogenes, abiogenes, genus. This means ETs are rare from the get-go. The odds go down from here to 0. Interesting. You guys have some good comments. Carla Olson, I keep getting cut off. Sorry. Oh, that's okay. The kid, they have videos showing the family going out to the backyard with guns. They genuinely look scared. Yeah, so like the videos that I've seen is like this family doesn't, you never know. You never know. But they don't appear to be like trying to gain anything off of this. They don't appear to be, trying to be funny or anything. Like they genuinely look like something they saw freaked them out. So that's why I'm saying like, I think something did happen to freak them out. I just don't know what it is. Minor children cannot be shown. Oh, that's also smart. That's also smart. You just solved the world's problems today, Rebecca, by saying that. Um, yes, Amy, thank you. Everyone go hit the like button. Thank you. Hey, April. Hey, Rains of Healing. This is interesting. Yes. Carla says it's obvious we're living in the last days mentioned in Revelations and things are it got cut off. Rains of Healing. That excuse they used of private property as to why they couldn't show us the backyard footage was hogwash. Cops have even said so. It's an excuse. The aliens do exist, and we are of the and are of the enemy evil. Yes, this is a little suspicious. Yes, April. Definitely more going on. I've been doing a deep dive on the story. Oh, okay. It sounds like you are a reasonable thinker, Allison. Thank you, thank you. I try. The kid, don't animals' eyes glow in the dark? Could it have been owls? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things. Like in the dark, you know. Okay, she's laughing. I was like, make sure she's okay. She's moving furniture into the like laundry room. So yeah, I'm saying there's so many things that look weird. Like I grew up in the desert and in at my parents' house at night it's dark. There's lots of places in the desert, like in the like Palm Springs area where there's light ordinances where you can't have a lot of like street lights because of for stargazers. So in the desert, it's dark, and there's so many beautiful stars. But because of that, it's you know when you hear something or you see something, it's like you're squinting and you're like, "What is that?" And there's been times where I'm like, "Oh, there's some really crazy things out there." So you just don't ever know. Hey, Mimi, how are you? Mimi says demonic, Genesis 6. Nephilim, dark entities came to earth, had relations with women, giants, followed by Noah's flood outcome. The existence of the human race was at stake. God had to start over. Yes, that is actually a story in Genesis, not like a fake story, like a real thing that happened, was the Nephilim. And if you read up on Genesis, it's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting story. Um, Reigns of Healing, they are planning on doing a full disclosure reveal soon. These entities do exist. They are very evil no matter what they tell us. They are not our creatures and are not here to help us. They eat us. No, I don't want that. I don't want no, I don't no. No, thank you. April says 3 family members saw it though. Yeah, so it wasn't just like one. That's true. That's true. It wasn't just one, so I don't know. I wasn't there. So I try to like pull back a little bit, like just from my thoughts. I think something maybe was back there, but maybe it was like somebody just being weird. I don't really know. Kids have imagination that gets to them or shadows. Yes. He said he saw him breathing his ribs. Oh, April. See, you guys are making some solid points that I didn't even think about. If it was a meteor, where is it? Doo, doo, doo. That's a good point. Anything that fell from the sky, where is it? Where's the thing? Where is it? People will be all over it. If there was a big gash in the earth, even if it's a small gash, even if it was like just like a ditch, like maybe small enough for a car, like there'd still be something. It wouldn't be flat with like circles and rings, in my opinion. D says, as dark as the days are, it is possible they were demonic something or another. Yeah. I mean, it could be just demons. Kayla, I still travel, but I'm not in my van. I'm renting a room with my friend Ivana. D, I do believe they saw something that was very frightening. Oh, that's a really good point. Yes, I think so too. I think they probably did see something. Rains of Healing. The media is propaganda lies. Yes, these things do exist though, and are all over the skies and the interdimensionals. And when they show up for all to see, stay away at all costs for a day. Yeah, I agree with that. Stay away. Don't try to be like shaking hands and being friendly. No, don't do it. Don't do it. No, they don't care. They're not. If they're not humans, you know, they don't care about us. I don't think. Consuelo. Hey, Consuelo. Sarah says, "What if they are just us so far advanced in the future that they're most likely helping us shift through states of consciousness?" Hmm. But why? Why would there be? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of the universe, but why would there be a future us and then us in the now? Like, unless there's like parallel universes or universi, is that the plural universe? I don't know. That seems I mean, that's so in my mind, that's just so uh, things that I don't understand. But again, I like veer back to the Bible. Like if it's not in the Bible, and maybe that's just my shallow thinking. I don't think it's shallow, but I don't know. I don't think it would be that complicated, but who knows? Who knows? Valiant Thor. If the Vegas incident happens on a larger scale, we're in for a wild ride. That's true. Only thing left is for the ETs to reveal themselves. Then every single piece of toilet paper on the planet would be gone. Definitely. Sarah, the Bible does mention the Watchers. Ooh, do, 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 do. Um, I lost my place. The princess. I think some of those angels left their own habitation and came to our planet. Ooh. Fake ET invasion coming pretty soon. The current narrative will lead to this and then to a stricter surveillance state and more government control than the sickness brought us. Oh boy. I don't want that. Hey, Thomas from Northern New York State. April says apparently it was TASS who put up the cameras. A part of Homeland Security. Police aren't going to put up cameras for citizens' protection on tax dime. It's a solid point. April's coming through with these facts. Okay. She's putting up some good informations. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Thank you for moderating, Grant. Grant does a great, great job. And also very encouraging. Valiant Thor, have you heard of the Mojave incident? No, I haven't. The princess says, I enjoy your show. Thank you so much. Butterfly, I think the truth will come out eventually. Usually what's done in darkness will come to light, but then you don't ever know because the media could be like, oh yeah, it was 100% meteor. You never know. We don't know. I bet you we don't know like half the things that really happen in this world because, we're all going on with our regular lives. Like who's not busy? We all have things that we're doing and we're not paying attention to every news story. There's so many things that probably happen that just go totally unnoticed. You know what I mean? Grant says meteors typically burn up in the atmosphere. A solid point. A very solid point. Crossroads and cats. Was it a blue phone booth? That's funny. Rebecca says meteors burn up. Meteorites hit the ground. Oh, okay. I did not. I'm not. I don't know about that. That's a good point. Kayla says I have seen a demon before. Oh no, I don't want to see that. Christine, some say this is the big delusion. Oh, interesting. Route 56 GIK. They are probably uh, angels preparing for Judgment Day. Oh, dang. That's a weird thought, but I mean, hey, you know what? You never know. Christine says, why did they leave? You guys are making some real good points here. They chose Vegas. Listen, there's a lot to do in Vegas. I don't know. All of a sudden, like I've been a Vegas evangelist. I like since I got here, like first I was like, I would never live in Vegas. Vegas is just like so debaucherous and like, but now that I'm here and I see there's just a bazillion more things to do than the strip and just it's nice. Like it's fun. There's a lot to do that has nothing to do with, drinking and smoking and partying. Yeah, there's lots of that going on, but there's lots of other things to do. So now I'm just like, if anyone's ever like, I'm thinking about moving, but I don't know where, I'm like, come to Vegas, you know, because I think it's a good base. Like for me, for traveling, they have a good airport. There's lots to do around. There's so much food, so many good restaurants, and I can still travel to so many places from here. Like even driving, I can go to Utah, Arizona, like Northern California, Southern California. You know, it's not that far from a lot of places. So I'm not mad at it, and it's pretty inexpensive here, like, rent-wise and kind of mortgage-wise. Things are increasing, but it's not a bad place to live. So, I like it here, and I have my best friend here, and my one of my sons lives here, so this is a hit for me. Like, this is somewhere I never would have considered, but, hey, you know what? Vegas is the vibe. Renette, I want to know how these beings so quickly got in the backyard when the light crashed so far away from the house. True, true, true. Revan RV, 11% of the galaxy are yellow dwarf stars. They liquid water habitable zone and ultraviolet habitable zone only occupy the same orbit around yellow stars. This lowers the odds of life to 11%. You know the facts. You're coming through with those facts. Route 56. Yeah, Las Vegas gambling, drinking, and all other sins. Totally. Hey, Jenny. I like your channel, and you remind me of a non-annoying Tina Fey. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that compliment. Why not Amsterdam then? That's also a good point. There's some major debauchery in Amsterdam. I can attest to that. I've been to Amsterdam. So it's a good point. Reigns of Healing. For more information on all of this, check out Tom Horn, L.A. Marzulli, Steve Quayle, and Tim Alberino. Also, Gen 6 Productions, as in Genesis chapter 6. There's so much to know, very deep, real rabbit hole. Thank you for putting those because I haven't really studied this aspect of the Bible. So if anyone's really interested in this topic, then check out some of those resources there. So thank you, Reigns of Healing, for sharing that. Facts the government does not care about. The facts the government does care about us. Another Cheryl Adventure says, Love matters. Where did the fallen angels go? They continue to procreate with man, right? So they are likely still here with us. I didn't consider that. That's a solid point. No, because no. Well, I don't know. I just know that mankind got wiped out except for Noah. So I got to read back up on that. I don't know if the angels got killed during the flood or if they I don't really know. I'd have to really go back and look into that. But that's a solid point. But the reason God wiped out is because people were procreating with these fallen angels. So God's like, I can't have Jesus in the bloodline of angel human beings. So that's why he got rid of everybody and started over with Noah so that people were not procreating with these angels. So I think the angels died, but I would have to really look that up again, so don't hold me to that. April says the neighbors heard a loud thud, ring camera caught sound. Yes. So okay, so April, so what I heard, and this is just what I heard, so I don't know, but the neighbors came through and said that that ring camera footage, the neighbors came back and said that footage was from like 2 weeks before April 30th, and it was a ball of fire. Like, that's also still weird, even, like, that sound was like a fireball falling to the ground, but it wasn't on April 30th. So that ring cam footage apparently was not on the April 30th night. Route 56, I've heard about this UFO in Iran, Iraq, Europe, and other places, not just yeah, I have heard about these things in other places. The WB, UFO does not equal aliens. Since our beginnings, we make our own interpretation from things we observe and don't understand. 160 million people worldwide still believe the earth is flat, is an example. I mean, definitely people believe all kinds of things. Definitely. So we do make our own interpretations. And, there could be, like you said, there could be UFO, unidentified flying objects that has nothing to do with aliens. And then there could be demon aliens or whatever. There could be all kinds of weird things that we don't know about. But also, they're changing the name from UFO to UAP, unidentified apparition something. I don't really know. Somebody will probably put it in the comments, but they changed the name. I don't know why they keep changing it, but whatever. Um, Valiant Thor, cameras are not needed. The surveillance capabilities of NRO and NGIA, National Reconnaissance Office, National Geospatial Intelligence Data, are otherworldly. I'll give you an example. All right. Um, Better Flight says, "What are some of the underrated things in Las Vegas that people don't know about?" Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be making lots of videos about these things, but there's like so many different things. Like even in Boulder City, which is like 30 or 40 minutes away, there's like this like sunset bonfire railroad thing. There's, you can go do the like luxury race car track thing. There's different hints and stuff about where you can get like the cheap food. Um, I've just been like finding some cool stuff around here. Like there's so many cool hikes like in the Red Rocks. I was trying to go take a walk with my son the other day, and I got turned around and I ended up in these like beautiful red mountains. There was a hiking trail there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I put a pin on there, and there's like so many cool things just like off the strip. There's lots of cool things on the strip too. There's even an arts district at the end of the strip that I never even knew about, and it's really a lot of cool artwork. So I'm going to start filming some of those things when I get back from New York. A Valiant Thor says, when a brilliant mind has a thought or idea in their brain with magical insights that is world changing, the black budget world already knows we have technology at that level of spyware. Oh, I don't even know about that. I don't even know what that even means. Jenny says, Vegas worked for Wonder Hussy just fine. Yes, yes, yes. I do follow Wonder Hussy. Brains Failing, they are all biblical based believers in my last comment. Okay, awesome. Um, I'm trying to let that sink in, but that's off over my head, I think. Love Matters. How's the medical system in Vegas? So far I'm like not a resident here because I'm still a resident of California at this point, since I'm just short terming at this point with my friend. So I don't know, but I can just tell you from just seeing my friend with doctor's appointments, so far it hasn't been like the greatest experience, but I can't vouch for the whole medical, but I have heard just from reading up, I've heard that other people don't love the medical system out here. But I think if you probably got a good doctor's office or doctor's system, community, whatever you want to call it, where they have, referrals, you know, um, like if they work with other doctors for referrals, then I think it could work out, but I don't know for sure on that yet. If I decide to become a resident here, then I will let you know like how it all goes down. I just know for sure that my friend, she recently got rid of her car, but she had a car when she got here, and her insurance raised like triple, the car insurance, because there's lots of thefts and accidents out here. So that's a consideration for anyone that's thinking about like, especially doing van life or vehicle dwelling and stuff, if you're registering a vehicle, it could end up being a lot of money. So I haven't looked up how much my van would be, but that's something to consider. April says, "Yes, I live in Vegas. Never go to the strip. Don't drink and gamble, and plenty to do." Yes, awesome. That's been my experience. JD, I am retired Army. I've seen ships in Europe while on active duty in the 80s. Huge ships. Once there was another SSG with me who witnessed with me. These ships are either real or a hologram. Oh, and I've heard of the holograms. Like people have been talking about, like, you know, a few years back, they did a hologram of like Tupac on the stage at Coachella, and they've done it since then at different concerts. But with the technology nowadays, they can hologram all kinds of things into the sky that would really make somebody be like, "Is that real?" You know, there's lots of weird things happening. Route 56. There something about UFO in Amsterdam a couple years ago? I don't know. I don't remember that one. The Princess. Just because they crashed in Vegas doesn't mean Vegas was their destination. Solid point. Ange Giselle. Why are there only 19 thumbs ups and 61 people watched? Yes, make sure you put a thumbs up. Jenny, you have sons. You look 30 to me, but I think I'm just old. Thank you. I'm actually 49 and my sons are grown. They're 27 and 24, but thank you for the compliment. Um, D says New Mexico regarding a place close to LV. Yes, that's also another close place. Another Cheryl adventure. They just care to keep us alive to be slaves for them, our government. I saw them on an internet me ad to take me for my money. What does anyone here think? I don't know about that. I haven't heard of that. Kayla says, I was cleaning. Okay, so here's Kayla's story. I was cleaning the gravestones at a cemetery. First of all, that's a story in itself right there. How did you, were you, that was a job? What? It was broad daylight and I looked between two pine trees. There I saw a dark, tall, pitch black figure. I look away. When I look back, it was gone. I hope it wasn't a zombie. That's scary. That is scary. That would freak me out. Jenny says, "I'm nice. I'm a what? I'm a nice suburban mom of four who's a crappy Catholic, but I've seen two JN. I don't know what that is. Um, Rose. Hey, Rose, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Roots 56. I'm not really religious, but my family is, and they consider this just another sign they're either angels or demons, or personally, I believe they are a distraction for what is happening in the world. It could be all of those things. I don't know. It could be both. I don't know. JD says airborne. Jenny says, I've seen two UFOs that couldn't be explained. One with my husband, who's an engineer, and we don't drug or were wait, and we don't drug or were drunk. Anything is possible, but I know what we saw. I even asked him if he saw it. Butterfly UFO is a lot better than the other thing they're replacing it with. But yeah, that's it. What Grant said, unidentified anomalous and anomalous phenomena. I had to really sound that out. Unidentified anomalous phenomena. I'm like, bro, keep it simple. Keep it simple for us people. Jenny says, never saw an alien though. Interesting though. There's some weird things. Um, for Cheryl B, you're being so reasonable reading some of the crazier comments. Good job being a good person. Hey, I think all of us have our own thoughts and opinions, and we all have imaginations, and we all have things that we've read and seen and real life experiences. So I don't really like to discount what everyone says, because just because, like, anything that I know has come from things I've heard or read or thought I learned in my life experiences. And there's been times where I've adamantly been like, no, I know that, and then I found out later that I was wrong. So now I try to, like, ease up and be like, there's one thing that I know I'm solid on, is that I've decided to base my life on biblical truths and values. But that doesn't mean everybody believes that. So that's just what I believe. But other people are welcome to have their own world views. And it's okay. It's okay. We don't have to agree on it. and um, Renette, okay, I was referring to the ring video in my last comment about how quickly the beings were supposedly in the back of the yard. Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. Skipper, I say, as believers, we are the aliens. We are spiritual beings, pilgrims. This is not our home. That's a also awesome good way to think about it as well. Is the Bible says that we are not of this world, so we're the aliens on this you know planet, I guess. Rose says some of the data on UFOs, oops, and alien abductions, and some stories of being abducted by the something are so alike, as well as background of the individuals who were abducted. Interesting. The Reverend says all you need to know about the angels is in Genesis 6 is that in Hebrew 1:5, the Bible says that God doesn't call angels a son of God. Those sons of God in Genesis 6 were people. Interesting. Butterfly, have you seen that big red dome? I think it's a planetarium Las Vegas is building on the strip. It's completing this year. If you're talking about like it's actually a black dome now. I don't know if it was red at some point, but it's black. And I've seen it, and it's where they have concerts. And what I've heard, I haven't seen it, but what I heard is at night, like if they're doing a concert, the I don't know, explain it, but like when they flash the lights, you can actually see into the dome as the concert's going on, like from the strip. So I don't think it's see through. They're probably doing some sort of like imaging on the outside. So you're seeing I don't know if you're seeing it in real time or if it's, like, projected onto the dome, or I don't know if it's just glass, but I heard that's what it does, and that seems pretty cool, and I'd like to go to a concert there. Randy says, "How are you, Travel Sucks?" I'm good, how are you? Rose says, "Some of us grew up being taught that the FAE are evil, demonic." What is the FAE? What is that? The Fae? The Fae? Demons, evil spirits, are disembodied spirits of Nephilim who were killed in the flood. Nephilim are the offspring of the fallen angels mating with human women. Oh, interesting. Rain's feeling these are not necessarily aliens. Fallen angels and aliens are different than demons. Grant says holograms weren't a thing back in Jackie's day. That's true too. That's true too. JD, chemtrails act as huge projector screens reflecting lights from satellites, Starlinks. Brazilian Gordy, people need to wake up. Either way, negative. Love Matters. Webster's dictionary says in recent years, some organizations and people have started replacing UFO with UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. Better flight. Yeah, I'm talking about that. It seems very cool. Renette, amen, sister. I have a biblical worldview as well. Amen. Oh, fairy folk. I didn't ever know what that meant. Sania, I think it's the Allegiant Stadium. Oh, yeah, maybe. Route 56. Are planning on doing back to van life. I haven't seen your videos update for the last 3 months, so I don't know what happened. I definitely won't be in my van in the summer. It's just too flippin' hot. So, I'm actually going to New York, um, on next Saturday on the 24th, and I'll be there for a month. So I'll be there till July 24th. So I'll be doing some traveling adventures there. I won't have my van. I'm flying and I'm staying at a friend's house watching her dogs while she's traveling. So it'll be traveling for both of us, but I'll just be in New York. So I'll definitely be checking out some restaurants and things to do out there and taking the subway and filming it and stuff like that. So I'll be doing some traveling footage there. Me and my friend Ivana, we're going to be doing some travels as well. So there's going to still be some things, and I'm going to probably do some little shorter, maybe day things in my van. But for the summer, it's just too hot to be in that van. So that's what's happening right now. Russ says, I like Foo Fighters personally, and we wouldn't have the band without them. Randy, pretty good. Thanks. Oh, awesome. Grandpa Grizzle saw one last summer camping at Glacier Lake State Arc Mount. Is that mountain? Oh, that's interesting. Another Cheryl adventure. Is Vegas going to be your home for now? Sorry if I already stated by you. For now, yes, it is for now. I don't know what my like future plans are, but as of right now, I'm really enjoying it here. And um, I miss having some of the van travels, but I think the the greatest thing is just being around, um, a friend, and my son is here, and, being closer to my parents. So the being close to people I care about has really, been awesome. I think they quite possibly are us from the future using the gravitational pull to slingshot across galaxies and come back and work out their past and improve their future, gifting us technology. Woo, that reminds me of Men in Black. That that reminds me of that. Yes, let's move on to games. Let's move on to games. Grandpa Grizzle, I had to be 1/4 of a block long. That's gigantic. Hey, Patricia. Hello, friend. In this profile of mine, Patricia's are videos of UFO sightings in Brazil. Oh, interesting. Yep, I'm ready for the games. Ramsey Lane, the U.S. military have reverse engineered the crash alien craft, and we now have military crafts that have the same technology. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you real quick. This is actually a quick story, and then we'll go into the games. There was something scary. So last night, um, I was in my room with the door closed, and Ivana was in her room with the door closed, and all of a sudden I hear her, like, opening the sliding door in the living room, and I'm like, "What is she doing?" So, of course, I'm nosy, so I'm like, "What's happening?" And she's like, "Don't you hear all those ambulances and sirens?" And I was like, "No." I mean, like, she said there was, like, siren after siren after siren after siren, and then when I was standing at the window, there was more sirens, more sirens, more sirens. Um, and so she's like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to join up with this group, but it's like some sort of like things that are happening in Vegas, like I don't know if it's like crimes or I don't know, whatever, things that are like police activities or whatever. Come to find out, those weren't ambulances, those were the SWAT team. And apparently, I don't have all the details, so that's why it's a short story. Apparently, this is just from paraphrasing what she told me from the group that she's part of, that they said that a woman got abducted, kidnapped, and taken back to her house and was being held hostage in her house. And like, it was at her house and her kids were home and stuff. So, anyways, the perpetrator got dead. He died because they got they shot him because I don't know what happened. Like, there was maybe a standoff or something, so I don't have all the details, but the scary part is, like, I mean, this is gonna sound bad, but, like, I don't mean it to sound bad, but, like, if she knew this person, like, if there was some, like, animosities or whatever, then that's not as scary because things like that happen. People have fights and people, go crazy. But if it was a stranger that just abducted a woman, like, I can't put the pieces together because it's like, why would how would anybody or the police know that this person was abducted? Like, how did they know to even go to this person's house, and how did they know where the house was, and, like, was the lady able to break away and make a phone call? Like, I don't understand how that all went down, but long story short, whoever it was that kidnapped this person, he died. He did now. So, don't kidnap people. It's just sad. The whole thing is sad and traumatic. So, um, I really hope it wasn't just like a random kidnapping because that makes it more terrifying. So that's a sad story. All right, so let me read these last comments and then we'll do a couple games. We're not going to do very many games because this was a pretty lively conversation and pretty fun conversation. Um, but we will just do a couple. And thank you for reminding me of my story, Rebecca. Um, oh, fairies are actually evil spirits, jinn. I've heard of the jinn, just given cute names and, oh, cute outer appearances, just like gnomes, just different cultures with different names for similar things. Oh, that's interesting. I live in New York City. Don't go to the Bronx or Brooklyn. Trust me. A little 11-year-old girl got shot. Oh no. Another shooting in the 149th and around Yankee Stadium also be a stream of the car. Okay. Okay, okay. Rose, I think looking at some of the mythologies around the world in the book of Enoch and the Old Testament, we can see commonalities and explanations for things going on. Hey, Phil, how are you? Um, My mom carries pepper spray in the subway oh, I have my pepper spray. I don't think I could fly with it though, so maybe I'll have to pick something up when I'm there. Um, uh, yeah, I know you're talking to Grant, but I heard that the Canadian fires are finally starting to calm down, so hopefully that's that's dissipating. Sorry anyone is dead, but better him than her. I mean, just facts. Um, oh, Grant says, "Out this way, we've finally been getting rain. There's no longer a fire ban either." Okay, that's good. We had a little rain here too today. Sad, but better him than the woman. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, JD. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? My sweet friend Cheryl, hoping everything is wonderful with you. So I'm like, welcome, welcome. Another Cheryl adventure. Jin is Asian for evil spirit. Oh, interesting. Only fan, you can pack your pepper spray, but it has to go in your luggage that you check. Oh, I'm not checking a bag. I think I'm just going to do a carry on. Yes, fires no more. Okay, good. I think you would make pepper spray a priority when you get off the plane. Yeah. All right, so let's do some games. Let's do the it's called oh, what's this? Oh, Tammy. Tammy sent $25 on the Cash App for the snack fund. Thank you so much, Tammy. Let's give a shout out and then we'll move on to the games. Thank you so much, Tammy. You are so so sweet and I'm thankful for you and uh just a blessing to me and to this channel and just awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so 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 much. Um oh, April has got the goods. It was a woman's ex-boyfriend who kidnapped her from a nail salon where they reported it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell Ivana that. There was haze from the fire that was here in New York. Yeah, I heard about the New York haze. Hey, Trumana. Aloha. I follow Van Vita Travels on YouTube and California, or not California. Canadian fires were so bad. New York City had the worst air quality in the world a few days ago. That I saw those videos. I saw those videos. Okay, let's see. This is called Will you press the button? We're gonna play Will You Press the Button. In maybe next Friday, I'll bring in some Would You Rathers because always used to have fun with the Would You Rather questions. These are kind of like Would You Rathers, but just a little bit different. We're just gonna do two of these. Let's see. I have to read them first because sometimes they're out of control. How's mom and dad and your boy? My mom and dad are doing great. And both my sons are doing really good as well. Actually, I had to go to California. I drove out there on Monday, had to go to some doctor's appointments on Tuesday, and then drove back on Wednesday. So it's been a pretty busy week. Also, there's going to be a new video tomorrow, so that should be exciting. So thank you for asking. All right. That's a dumb question. I'm just going to read the question, but we're not going to worry about this one. It says, you have an unlimited supply of food for the rest of your life, but every bite you take, you must eat a pomegranate seed. What kind of dumb question is that? Who cares about that? Some of these are good and dumb. Okay, let's see everything. Okay, this is a quandary. Let's see. That makes no sense. I know. All right. So here's the question. The question is, you are 2 times better at everything you do, but you only live for half as long as the life you would have lived. Now, that's a weird one because you don't know how long you're going to live, but let's just all say we're going to max out at 100. So you would be 2 times better at every single thing you do, like maybe even including like making lots of money or like being famous or whatever, but you're only going to live to 50, I guess, 55. That's too close for me. That's going to be a no because I'm already almost 50. So I'd like to live a little bit longer than 6 more years. But what do you guys think? I mean, are there certain things that you would be so wanting to be so good at, twice as good, that you would live half as long? For me right now, it's gonna be I'm not gonna press the button, but I'm gonna see what you guys say. Rains Valley. Pepper spray in New York is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. They make it nearly impossible to find or obtain in New York. Try bear spray. Okay, that's a good tip. Better flight, you would take that? Quality over quantity. Interesting. April said, I'd be dead. What? April, that's funny. I love it. Grant says, sign me up. Rose says, nah, I'll pass. I'm already old. Tammy says, no. True Mana, ale no. Another Cheryl, new to this. Is this a game? This is a game. It's just a hypothetical. We just ask a question and you just say what you would rather basically choose. Butterfly, I'm pretty young, so I would take the trade. I am shocked and appalled. I cannot even believe some of these you guys are saying that you would take this. Phil says, only makes sense if you're a scientist specializing in life extension. That's a good, that's solid. That's a solid answer right there. Oh, Root coming through with the super chat. I have to go. Thanks for reading my post. Bye. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give you a shout out before you go. Hopefully you're still here. Let's give you thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. That's very appreciated. Rose says, if I want to be better, I'll practice. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Rebecca, I'm too selfish. Being better at things tends to benefit other people more than the person who does the things, not pushing the button. I mean, that's a solid point though. That's a really selfless way to think. That's very nice. Reverend Harvey, would you rather be abducted by extraterrestrial aliens or by illegal aliens? Neither. I don't want to be abducted at all. Ramsey Healing, pepper spray in New York is like, oh, I already read that one. Skipper, I say no. We never know what is around the corner. Interesting. Root. Go to New Jersey. That's where my mom gets her pepper spray. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a good tip. I'm grateful that this decision is God's, not mine. Bingo. I love that. Nope, that's a no for me. I'm okay with being mediocre. Me too. I'm okay with it. I don't need to be 2 times better. Only about no way, April. Imagine the demands if you were that good at everything. I'm tired thinking about it. Oh, another solid point. Another solid point. You would be tired. Like that's like the perfectionists. Like you would just be so anxiety filled. If it's a talent that would help others obtain salvation, sign me up. That's a good one too. At 50, life only gets better. All right. Jenny says, it depends on the living long. Am I still married? Because 31 years has already been more than enough. Oh man, that's kind of funny. But yeah, I guess it depends on how long you would be living, because that's like you'd be living half as long as what you would. So I would not press the button, but I think most of you said yes. So I think I'm gonna have to press the button. So let's go ahead and press the button and say yes. And of course, it's an ad. Okay. Ooh, okay. So 60% of the respondents on this app said that they would press that button if they could be 2 times better than, and 40% obviously said no, they wouldn't. I'm like, bro, like, what do you want to be better at? Like, I'm already pretty good at some things. I don't know that I need to be 2 times better than what I already am. I did. I pressed that button. I did it. That is interesting. Jenny says, I'll go for old. I figured I've got most things down as good as I can already. Plus, living is awesome. I love living. Yeah. That's crazy. I think it's crazy too. All right, let's do one more. I just said what you did. Yes, 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 Jenny. Let's see. Oh, this is a real interesting one. This is the last one we're gonna do, because we're gonna leave on this little mind bender. I don't even know. Like, this seems weird. Okay. Actually, I don't know if this even makes sense, but let me just read it out loud and you guys could let me know. You can read minds, everybody's mind. You can read any mind, but you're a ghost. and you can't interact with anything or anybody. That what kind of hell is that? Because like, you would just be a floating eyeball brain, really, because if you can't interact, that's kinda like a purgatory type existence. So you wouldn't need to sleep or eat, so you would just be floating around looking at people and knowing what they're thinking, but you couldn't even do anything with that. I don't like that one. So, I guess the thing is like, I don't care about reading minds because what would be the point of that? So I'm saying, "No, I'm not pressing that button." That sounds like a terrible existence. I can't see the benefit of that. Like, unless you're just, like, the nosiest person in the whole existence, and you just wanna know what people are thinking, and you just, like, are a true loner, and you're okay with it, and you're just, like, laughing because you're like, "Oh, I heard what that person said about this like, wouldn't that get old? Oh. Um, Rose says, "No." Betterflight says, "Sounds boring. I wouldn't push it." Rose says, "No, no." Another Cheryl adventure, that's hell. Tammy says, "No." April says, "Nope." Rain's feeling says, "Sounds awful. No way. What's the point?" That's what I'm thinking, Skipper. Talk about depressing. That's what I'm saying. I think that what's the point? Hurt feelings for no good reason. Also a good point. Yeah, I don't need to read people's minds. Another Cheryl adventure says, "Yes." Jenny says, "I can already read minds. Plus, as a woman of Gwen Stefani's age, in some instances, I'm already a ghost." I mean, I understand that totally. Why do I feel like everyone that said yes are youngsters? Because I would already be dead and buried, says Cheryl. Betterfly, if you're a ghost, the only benefit would be peeking inside the girls' bathroom. Besides, there's no point. No, we're not doing that. That's creepy. JD says nope. Rebecca says no. I can't be that interested in strangers' thoughts, and I wouldn't want to be disappointed by finding out bad things about people I like. I wouldn't want to know either. I'd be so sensitive, although it wouldn't matter because nobody would care. April says I don't even want to hear what other people say when it's audible. Yeah. I'm a nosy person, like, if I'm hearing somebody's conversation, like, I will kinda listen because I, like, wanna hear what they're talking about, but, like, if it's about me, then I don't wanna know because I don't wanna get my feelings hurt. I'm too sensitive. Rose says, "If they want me to know what they think, they'll tell me." It's a solid point. D, I may be off with my answer, but that sounds like an empath. Oh, interesting. Cheryl says, "No, definitely not. I don't want to know what most people are thinking." Yes. Another Cheryl answer, "Who cares if I can't talk?" Skipper says, "Maybe if I had a ghost friend to laugh with." Yeah, like, if you had ghost friends, but, like, is there ghost friends? I don't think so. I mean, I guess in some, like, Casper movies, they have friends, but some of the ghosts are mean. I think April wins the internet today for sure, for sure. Rain's a feeling it. It's like that saying, "Ignorance is bliss." That's a great way. That's a great way. Yeah, April came through today. Like, she had some solid points. A hyper empathy is someone who survived some horrible trauma. Oh, interesting. Interesting. All right. Well, we're gonna not press the. We're gonna say no and see after this ad. This used to not have ads, which kind of bugs me. You're not even ready. 71% of people pressed the button, while only 29% did not. I think some people just go through this app and just hit yes on all of them because there's no way 71% are gonna be okay with just being a ghost that can't do anything and just listen to people. Or there's, like, a lot of little kids on here. There's no way. I don't agree. I don't believe that. That seems fake. Because what would be the point? Like, just because you wanna hear other people? Like, I don't know. That doesn't seem, better flight. Let's do another one that was too easy. Jenny says, "I thought about sight versus hearing. That one's super hard." Yeah, that is super hard. Uh, April, you had some solid points today. Reverend RV, do not push the button. People are crazy. Better Flight says, "Wow." Jenny says, "Unless it's an app for crazies." Yeah, maybe. JD, I don't believe it either. April, aliens voting on that app. I mean, that's probably true. That's probably true. Stay tuned. That's interesting. If you knew ahead of time that you wanted to spend all your time helping others, then yes. Otherwise, I would be dead now and didn't spend my time constantly helping others. Yes. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up for today. I've been doing some running around today and I'm ready to relax. And I just have to, the video for tomorrow is ready. I just have to make my thumbnail. So I'll probably do that tonight so that tomorrow I can take off. I usually try to take Saturdays off from doing any work. And then Sunday, I'm trying out a new church. So I'm really excited about that. And let's see. Okay, so I'll still be here in Vegas on Friday. So next Friday, we'll be back here. And then on Saturday, I take my flight to New York. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. So I'll keep you posted on what's happening. But I appreciate you guys being here. This was super fun. Lots of good different opinions and thoughts about, aliens and UFOs. And I hope that we were able to broaden each other's thoughts and just, care about what other people have to say and think, because I think we need more of that. I think that's what binds us together is being able to allow the space for someone to be who they are and say what they're thinking and not be criticized for it. So I appreciate you guys being kind to each other and to me, and for all the donations and all the love and support and nice comments. You guys have really been super loving and caring towards me, and I appreciate you kindly. I love you very much. I hope that you know that you are loved and valued, and I just hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Let me read some of these comments and then we're gonna wrap it up. Bots. Y'all be big blessed. I love that. That was fun. Thank you, y'all. I love it. Yeah, it was fun. Good stream. Renzi Healing. Thanks, Allison. God bless you, girl. Rest and relax. Enjoy your weekend. You as well. April says, great live. Have a great night. You as well, April. JD says, great ministry. Tammy, have a great week. You too. Good luck, sweetie. Thank you. Another shell adventure. Rose says, thank you. And better flight. Cool. Love that thought. Rebecca says, good night. Kayla says, have a good night. Love you. Love you back. Skipper says, I hope you enjoy the new church. I really enjoy your videos. Take care. And Rain's Healing, good night. And stay safe. Blessings, says D. And Allisonitis says, hi. D says, hope your back is feeling better. Yes, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Until next week, snack pack. Oh, remind me next week to tell you the story about something I found by the dumpster. I'm not going to tell it today, but remind me about that. So until next week, bye for now. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.